Now let's discuss the functions of the stomach. Well, stomach stores ingested food for churning and mechanical breaking. This is the very first and the foremost function of the stomach, that it stores ingested food for churning and mechanical breaking. Now the food in the stomach stays for 1 to 6 hours. It stays in the stomach for 1 to 6 hours depending on the type of food. For example, if they are carbohydrates, they stay for 1 to 2 hours, right? If they are proteins, they stay for 2 to 3 hours. And if we talk about fats, they stay for 3 to 6 hours. Okay, so the food in the stomach, depending on the type of food, it stays in the stomach for 1 to 6 hours. If we talk about carbohydrates, very less time is taken, that is around 1 to 2 hours. If we talk about proteins, then they take 2 to 3 hours, and the digestion of fats or the stay of the fats in the stomach, it takes 3 to 6 hours. Now the next function of the stomach is that stomach produces this Cassell's intrinsic factor, which you can also term as IF. Now what is it? It is actually a glycoprotein. It is a glycoprotein. This is Cassell's intrinsic factor, which is a glycoprotein. It is for absorption of vitamin B12. It is for the absorption of vitamin B12. So it is very important function of the stomach that it secretes this intrinsic factor which is required for the absorption of vitamin B12, because without this the vitamin B12 absorption will not take place. Next function of stomach is that it secretes gastrin, which is actually a hormone. Gastrin is a hormone for the stimulation of secretion of gastric juice. Now you all know that the gastric juice is very important for the digestion of the food. So this hormone, that is gastrin, it actually stimulates the secretion of that gastric juice. Then stomach also produces hormone motilin, which is for stimulating the churning movements. So the hormone motilin is for stimulating the churning movements. So as a whole, you can say that stomach is the site for absorption of sugar, drugs, water and alcohol. It is a site for absorption of sugar, drugs, water and alcohol. Now stomach also secretes some proenzymes, namely pepsinogen and prorenin. Stomach secretes some proenzymes, that is pepsinogen and prorenin. It also secretes some enzymes, that is gastric lipase and gastric amylase. Gastric lipase is going to help in the digestion of the fats, and gastric amylase in the digestion of the, you can say, complex carbohydrates, for example starch. So there are the secretions of proenzymes also that need to be there for the activation of enzymes, and certain enzymes also, for example, remember very important, gastric lipase and gastric amylase. Lipase for the digestion of the fats and amylase for the digestion of the complex carbohydrates. So these are the functions of the stomach. Now as a whole, I want to tell you that the digestion which is going to take, or the absorption which is going to take place in stomach is of sugar, drugs, water and alcohol. Sugar, drugs, water and alcohol. Now here I just want to introduce to a term, that is greater omentum. The term is greater omentum. Now what happens, as you all know that there is a lining which actually lines the cavity, the abdominal cavity and the organs of the abdominal cavity. So that lining is known as peritoneum. That lining is known as peritoneum. Now that lining, that is peritoneum, the folds of that peritoneum, the folds of that lining of the peritoneum that holds the stomach and the other nearby organs, that is known as greater omentum. Okay. I will just finish this topic stomach by just this term, that is greater omentum. Remember, there is a lining which actually lines the abdominal cavity and the organs. That lining is known as peritoneum. Now the folds of that peritoneum or that lining which holds the stomach and the other organs which are nearby the stomach, that is known as greater omentum. Right? So I hope the structure, the functions and this term, the greater omentum, is till here very clear to you.